Hi, this is Matthew Cratter from Trader University. And a lot of you guys have been asking me how to trade marijuana stocks, how to trade weed stocks. And so I thought I would give you guys an example. But before I do, I want to remind you these stocks are extremely volatile. This is definitely risky sort of stuff we're talking about. So only trade with money you can afford to put at risk. So we're going to talk a little bit about Tilray, which is the one I've been getting the most emails about. And one way to trade this or any other really volatile stock that a lot of people are following, open up a 15-minute chart, which I've done here on TradingView, tradingview.com. Set it for 15 minutes here. Now you can see a couple days ago we got a big gap up from the open. So each of these bars is one 15-minute trading period. This was September 17th. On September 18th, the stock gapped up quite a bit. Now one trading method, which I've talked about in my books, is you can buy right on the close of this first 15-minute period. So let the market open, let it trade for 15 minutes and be volatile. And then whatever price it closes at on this 15-minute bar, in this case 134, buy at that price. And then set your stop at the bottom of this candlestick, in which case this would have been 132.15. $132.15 would have been your stop loss. And these kind of volatile stocks, you definitely have to trade with a stop loss. So this trade worked quite well on September 18th. We entered at 134. And then you exit at the end of the day. And in this case, it was closed at the highs of the day, which was 154.80. So we captured about 20 points, which is pretty amazing. Now, I'm going to show you one other way to do this. So that's one way. You can basically just trade the candlesticks. You get a big opening gap, and you trade in that direction. You trade the momentum. And you make sure you have a stop loss, because these things can reverse. And when they reverse very hard. So again, it's not a sure thing. But this is a nice method as lots of institutional traders try to pile in. And stocks like Tilray, they have a very small float, so there are not a lot of shares available. So they're especially volatile and especially crazy. Now let's try adding an indicator to this. And we're going to add Parabolic Sar, which you can just search for, type it in here, click, and it gets added to the chart. So another way to do it, to trade this, is you will buy the stock, you will own the stock when these dots are on the bottom. So this is a stop and reverse system. Basically, you're long the stock when these dots are on the bottom. And these dots act like a trailing stop. So as the stock moves higher, these dots move higher. And when the stock breaks through one of the dots, then you exit your position. So I'll show you how well that's worked the last few days. We got the crazy thing that happened yesterday, where the stock gapped up, gapped up. And, you could have used the same gap up trade. You just want to make sure that you put your stop at the bottom here. And what happened here is, we could have used the Parabolic Sar. So you want to be long the stock as long as the dots are on the bottom. And so if we'd entered on the open yesterday, 186.52, and then just sort of done some swing trading, it would have reversed at 263. So we would have gone from 186 to 263. I did not trade this, I'll be honest with you. This is just like a little too volatile for me. But if it's something you want to trade, or you want to trade with a small position, you can definitely do it. I want you guys to be able to know how to do it. Notice the big shooting star here. This is a big reversal pattern. Long tail, so it means it really encountered sellers up here. And this really put a stop, a top on the stock. So when you see a reversal pattern like that, and then you get a reversal on the Parabolic Sar. So when the dots are trading above the stock price here, you can see the dots were below. When they switch to above, you want to exit your long, and or you want to be short. If you're really aggressive, you'll be short. So in that case, we would have shorted right here at 259, and we would have just held it, and we'd actually still be short. 178.63 is where it's trading now. Now you can see we got kind of the reverse of a shooting star here. A shooting star has this long wick and puts a top on the stock. This is almost a hammer, which hammers out a bottom for the stock. You can see the long wick on the bottom where Tilray encountered all these buyers. So if I had to guess best, the stock is now range bound between this shooting star and this hammer on the bottom. Anyway, that's the best way I'd suggest to trade marijuana stocks. If you want to check out some of my books, look at the link in the description notes below. And I've got a bunch of books that talk about similar trading strategies. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next video.